24 years ago, Senegal walked onto a World Cup pitch in Seoul and beat France 1-0. The reigning world champions, the tournament favorites, gone. On the opening day of the 2002 World Cup, in one of the most stunning results in the history of the competition. On Tuesday in East Rutherford, New Jersey, these two teams meet again at a World Cup in the opening match of Group 1. And Senegal are not here just to make up the numbers. This is the best matchday 1 fixture of the entire tournament. And before we even talk about tactics, we need to talk about what Senegal have been through in the 5 months leading up to this match. Because nothing in world football in 2026 has been more dramatic than what happened to the Lions of Teranga in January. In the Africa Cup of Nations final in Rabat, Senegal beat Morocco 1-0 in extra time to defend their continental title. The match ended when Pape Gueye scored the winner in the 94th minute. Players celebrated, trophies were lifted, parades were held in Dakar. The country celebrated long into the night. Then, nearly 2 months after the final, the Confederation of African Football overturned Senegal's 1-0 win and awarded Morocco a 3-0 default victory. CAF ruled that Senegal had forfeited the final by leaving the pitch in protest against a controversial penalty decision, handing Morocco their first Africa Cup of Nations title since 1976. Here's what actually happened on the pitch. In stoppage time, Morocco were awarded a penalty by the referee, who adjudged that Brahim Diaz was fouled in the box. Moments earlier, Senegal had a goal ruled out for a foul in the build-up. The Senegalese players, led by head coach Pape Thiaw, walked off the pitch in protest for around 17 minutes. Sadio Mane was the last to leave the field. He stopped, consulted with several people at pitch side, and then went back into the tunnel. Minutes later, he reappeared, leading the team out again. Lamine Camara said afterwards, "When Sadio speaks, everyone listens." Brahim Diaz went for a Panenka penalty and saw his effort float comfortably into Edouard Mendy's grasp. Play resumed. Senegal scored in extra time and won the title. 2 months later, the title was taken away because they had walked off the pitch. Senegal lodged an appeal with the Court of Arbitration for Sport, the highest court in sport. That appeal remains ongoing. This is the emotional context Senegal carry into a World Cup that starts on Tuesday against France. A squad that believes it won a continental title and had it stripped away 2 months later. A captain who talked his teammates back onto the pitch to save the match, only for the result to be reversed anyway. They arrive in New Jersey not broken, but burning. Let's talk about France, because the case for France winning this tournament is as strong as any team in the field. Didier Deschamps has overseen 14 match wins at World Cup tournaments. A perfect group stage will see him overtake the current record of 16 achieved by Helmut Schön. This is also Deschamps' final tournament, with Zinedine Zidane confirmed as his successor once the 2026 edition comes to an end. The man who has kept France as a world power for a decade is going out in front of the biggest audience of his career. France won their qualifying group with a 5-1-0 record, scoring 16 goals and conceding 4 across 5 matches. They were one of 8 teams to go unbeaten in qualifying. The injury news for France heading into Tuesday is manageable, but worth noting. William Saliba was reported to have aggravated a back injury during the Champions League final, raising fears he could be sidelined for several weeks. However, he completed 45 minutes of France's 3-1 friendly win over Northern Ireland and is training fully with the team. He is expected to start alongside Dayot Upamecano. Jules Koundé has also overcome a muscular scare from that same win and is ready to start at right back. France's predicted lineup is a 4-2-3-1 with Mike Maignan in goal, Koundé, Saliba, Upamecano, and Theo Hernandez across the back, Aurélien Tchouameni and Adrien Rabiot in the double pivot, and behind Kylian Mbappé up front, Michael Olise, Ousmane Dembélé, and Désiré Doué competing for the 3 attacking positions. France's attack revolves around the trio of Dembélé, Olise, and Mbappé, with each capable of winning any game on their own on a given day. A 2-1 friendly loss to Ivory Coast on June 4th led to some doubt about France's tournament credentials, but they responded with a 3-1 win over Northern Ireland 4 days later, meaning they have now scored multiple goals in 9 of their last 10 fixtures. Now, Senegal. And beyond the Africa Cup of Nations controversy, the football case for this team is serious. Senegal have genuine quality across the pitch. Sadio Mane, Champions League winning goalkeeper Edouard Mendy, and a midfield that can go toe-to-toe with anyone. Mane is 34 years old, now at Al Nassr alongside Cristiano Ronaldo in Saudi Arabia. His pace has diminished, but his reading of the game, his positioning, and his leadership remain elite. He is still the player Senegal look to in the biggest moments. In midfield, Lamine Camara is the name to know. 22 years old, one of the most dynamic box-to-box midfielders in African football, he was the player who spoke about Mane's leadership in the Africa Cup of Nations final dressing room. He drives Senegal forward from central areas and creates danger that most international midfields cannot contain. Senegal's predicted lineup is a 4-3-3, with Edouard Mendy in goal, El Hadji Malick Diouf, Kalidou Koulibaly, Moussa Niakhaté, and Crépin Diatta across the back, Lamine Camara, Pape Gueye, and Habib Diarra in midfield, and Mane, Nicholas Jackson, and Iliman Ndiaye across the attack. When Koundé and Theo Hernandez push forward, they leave space, and Mane still has the quality to punish it on the counter. If Senegal can get him isolated in transition against France's defensive line, they have their best chances of creating danger. That is the blueprint from 2002. Stay compact, defend with intensity, and find Mane in behind when France overcommit. France are co-favorites to win the whole tournament. Senegal land in North America with the pace and physicality to make any favorite uncomfortable. The Lions of Teranga will draw on that 2022 memory the moment they walk out, but they will also carry the memory of January 18th in Rabat. A title won and then taken away, a squad that believes it was robbed, and a captain who has spent 5 months as the man who brought his team back onto the pitch only to have the result overturned 2 months later. Here is the prediction. France is the better team. The depth is greater, the attacking options are more varied, and Dembélé on the right side of France's attack against Senegal's left back is a mismatch that will cause problems throughout. But this is not a formality. Senegal have the quality, the motivation, and the historical precedent to make this deeply uncomfortable. France find a way through, probably late, but Senegal are organized, athletic, and carry enough quality and history to make this a real contest rather than a procession. France 2, Senegal 1. Mbappe scores. France lead. Senegal equalizes through Mane or Jackson in the second half. France finds a winner in the final 20 minutes through a moment of individual quality from Olise or Dembélé. A match that delivers everything the fixture promises. France 2, Senegal 1. The ghost of 2002 is laid to rest, but Senegal makes France earn every minute of it. What is your prediction? Drop it in the comments. And if you want every Group I match covered before kickoff, subscribe now.